So we have a very special guest today, and if everybody has been watching our series of Humari Riyasat, we have been traveling different cities virtually across the country of India and talking about the jewelry from different states. So basically, adorning jewelry is a form of self-expression. The desire to be unique drives a woman to speak something unusual and be experimental in her way. We may have noticed that consumers are willing to pay a premium for benefits of uniqueness and ethical sourcing. And I'm sure our today's guest is also going to second that. Welcome to Humari Riyasat, an endeavor by GJS Virtual, an initiative by GJC India and Prernaa Makhariaa of Style Prer. Here we bring forth the dying art of jewelry in India, and also we bring forth the handcrafted jewelry of India and reviving the dying art of jewelry across our country. As a demand for the fine jewelry in both India and abroad intensified, Ashraf Motiwala, the fourth generation of the family, set up the flagship store with a view to take the business to new heights and meet international standards of fine jewelry, while upholding the family's business values and ethics. Let's welcome our speaker for today, Ashraf Motiwala of AS Motiwala. So I see that Ashraf has probably joined in. I'm going to send him a request. I'm going to send AS Motiwala a request. I think he should be online in a couple of seconds. Hey, how are you?
Good, Prernaa. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's nice to see you virtually.
Absolutely. I know it's been a very long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. How are you doing?
I've been great. How are
Fantastic.
things with you, and how has work been after a long break?
Things are good. I mean, it's going to take time to come back to, or rather, adapt to the new normal.
Yeah.
Work has been challenging, but also quite rewarding. So, as a brand and as an individual, when you think you've learned everything and not learned everything, but you come to a comfort zone, this
Yeah.
kind of pushes you out of it.
Yeah.
So it's fun. I'm enjoying the experience. Of course, it's nail biting at times, but we're
I know.
enjoying it now. Now we do business on Zoom and WhatsApp, and I mean stuff that we have
Wow.
never done before. So
Fantastic.
it's nice. It's fun. It's good. Thank you.
Lovely. So tell me, you hail from a jewelry family. Did you always wanted to become a jeweler, or you had some other plans?
So honestly, I had other plans, big plans. My uncle is a lawyer by profession. He's my mama, my mom's brother, and we used to
Brother,
spend
okay.
summer holidays nearly 4 times a week. We would be at the mama's house, and I used to love his lifestyle. You know, he used to come home early. He used to go for his walks. Uh, Being a lawyer, he used to have meetings at home, but he used to have all these uh, big corporate honchos coming to meet him, and I was very smitten by that whole respect that a lawyer got.
Yeah.
So I had kind of decided that I'm going to be a lawyer when I grow up. My mom was very happy because that meant I had to study more, and you know she loves education, and she's like, okay, good. At least one
Yeah.
Motiwala is going to study a little more than the rest of them. Yeah, so that was the plan, but
Yeah.
fortunately, it's a funny story. My father knew about this desire of me to get into law. So in my 12th standard, he told me, son, you have your summer break. Why don't you go to GIA? It's something that we are not educated in diamonds because we didn't have it in our
Yeah.
times, or we didn't have
Yeah.
the means to travel, or whatever reason. So I want my
Mm.
son to graduate in diamonds or in gemology. So I said, okay, Dad, I'll do that for you. And trust me, the moment I started studying diamonds and started, the beauty that a diamond possesses, the amount of, the amount of, uh, I mean, the amount of pressure it's under, and for how many years the youngest diamond is 1 billion years
Yeah.
old. So I just got fascinated by the whole study at GIA. So I came back and I actually told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm sorry, I think I'm going to join the profession. So I joined because, uh,
Yeah.
of course, being the fourth generation, I always saw jewelry. Uh,
Yeah.
I have very, very fond memories of my grandfather, who was actually the best jeweler I've come across, probably one of the best salesmen I've come across, and one of the most honest guys. So, the whole dimensions, he had so many dimensions to him, and that was very attractive. I used to, as a toddler, walk into, so first, our shop used to be in our home. So this is when I was just born, so about like 45 years back. We didn't have a store. Our store came about 35 years back. So we used to operate from home.
And where in Bombay was this?
Bandra itself. Born and bred in Bandra.
Okay.
We've always been in Bandra.
So you've always been a Bandra boy.
Been a Bandra boy, yeah. And so he used to basically, the hall used to be, the hall of the house used to be a showroom by day, where my father, my grandfather would meet clients. And invariably, I would be either crawling into a meeting or, walking into a meeting. So I've always seen diamonds, gemstones around, but the magic happened when I actually learned how they're unearthed, how they're polished, how they're cut, what facets are. I mean, that's how it really struck me.
You were telling me about the stories from your grandfather's times.
Yeah, so, the thing, I've actually spent a lot of time with my grandfather. I was fortunate to actually learn business firsthand from him, and he's been quite an institution. He's the one who actually revived our business. He was orphaned at a very young age. I think his father passed away when he was 7, and his mother shortly after giving him birth. So he kind of revived the whole Motiwala legacy back. Luckily, his father had a great reputation in Bombay, and that's how he could manage to get things on credit. And so he's worked himself up more than all of us. We've actually been fortunate to enjoy his hard work. But the thing I've learned a lot from my grandfather is about honesty. So he's like, no matter what, Ashraf, if a piece of jewelry you say contains 10.79 carats of diamonds, make sure that if it's open, it comes 10.80, it doesn't come 10.78. And likewise, for the purity of gold, there was no hallmarking then. So he's saying, if you say it's 18 carat, make sure it's 18.1, not 17.9. So these things are kind of etched in my memory. And of course, now we have certification and hallmarking and all. But it was lovely to get a first-hand experience of how a business is built, what trust is all about. And that's something we're trying to carry. I'm trying my best to carry forward my grandfather's legacy as well as I can.
So you basically learned ethics, business ethics from him.
I learned business ethics from my grandfather. Yes, for sure. And that kind of makes all the difference, I feel, in life. That kind of makes so all our alliances, all our people who we align ourselves with, any factories, any manufacturing, it's all about ethics. It's all about making sure that we have the quality in check. We also go a step further and we certify all our jewelry by third party. So that's it's just my little offering towards what my grandfather had taught me.
That's great. So tell me, I mean, I remember we spoke recently about the Cartier's book, and that's when you thought that you should, think about archiving some of your family history. Tell me a little about that, if there are any stories from that.
So I actually have you to thank for that, Prernaa, because you gifted me that book. And that made me realize that, there's, when someone has documentation for over the years and they have all these solid proofs, it's lovely to make a coffee table book. So I've kind of I've embarked on that journey. It's not easy because it's tough to find old treasures, but we managed to find a few, and I thank you for that.
Oh, pleasure's on mine. So I remember you telling me about you finding little like a visa from his passport. Can you tell me a little about that?
Yeah, so it's actually it's a passport of my great grandfather, which I shared the image with you as well. So this is during the British time, so they would only issue passports for 6 months. They would not issue visas. A passport would be valid for 6 months, and it's a British passport, so you could travel to other countries more easily then. So we located a passport of my great-grandfather traveling to the Persian Gulf. It's clearly mentioned, traveling to the Persian Gulf to pursue a business in pearls. So we were Basra pearl dealers, my great-grandfather.
Okay.
And that passport is issued in 1915. So that was a great find. We actually found it in original, and now, of course, it's kept very safely. We've kept a photocopy of it, but we've kept the actual passport. We've preserved it because that actually goes to show our lineage of, because we are in the business since 1905. So 1915 is a decent documentation to show that we are jewelers.
Absolutely. It's over 100 years now.
It's 105 years. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would have loved to show that picture, but now I changed my handset, so the image is on my phone.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
So tell me, we have been from, like, we were probably born in our 90s, and there was a time during our university times. There was a period where there was a boom in gadgets and internet and that entire thing that we would show off. But in the last 5 years also, that entire boom has come once again. Do you see that consumer preferences from then to now has changed? And how would you actually retain a consumer's faith in diamond jewelry or jewelry from there?
So, that's very interesting because, of course, you're right. We, earlier, before the gadgets and before all the major electronics like laptops and iPads and everything else that came about, jewelry used to be purchased as a form of, it's a luxury buy and it's a necessary buy because people had less to spend on. Now, of course, we compete. We compete with gadgets. We compete with electronics. But I think each one has their own place. Of course, certain things are necessary. You need to have certain gadgets in today's world. But for me, I mean, you are a lady. Diamonds they're timeless. So it's
that's true.
I would never compare the two. I would say it's great to have a little of both. In COVID, we have also seen how good and how strong an investment diamonds and gold have been, where everything has fallen or everything has been tough to liquidate. Gold and all is just trading every day.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. I mean, buy your gadgets, buy everything. That's okay, but do not forget to invest in pieces that will probably outlive the wearer. We change our gadgets every year, 2 years, but your diamond is going to stay. So we have some pieces that are handed over to us from our great grandfather. So it's amazing how certain pieces can just stand the test of time.
No, that is true, and I think that's the reason why there's a saying, diamonds are a girl's best friend.
No, and I cannot second that. I know it's probably a cheesy line, but we have seen this. I mean, honestly, at the time of my marriage, my mom gifted my wife things that were gifted to her when I was a year old and 2 years old. I mean, how can you get nothing can connect better than that. Nothing can connect. No material, no cars, no gadgets, no nothing will live that long to be passed on.
Absolutely. That is true. I mean, I think, and that makes such a beautiful story. Like when we always talk about a jewelry campaign with generations, I think that is one of the most beautiful way of the way you've just said it. So
that's true.
So having said that, do you possess any of your family pieces which are very close to your heart?
Oh yes, I think being jewelers, that's the best part of our job. Gifting is normally in the family, within the Motiwala family. Gifting has always been precious metals or diamonds or precious stones. This is another thing my grandfather taught me. He's saying, this is something that should always be in the family. I mean, take your trips and you can drive a nice car, whatever. But when it comes to gifting your wife, always gift her something that stays. When it comes to gifting your mother, always gift her something that stays. So we've collected quite a few interesting pieces over the years.
Oh, that's fantastic. And personally, what is Ashraf's design philosophy? How would you say that?
So I would say I personally like larger size of diamonds. I have nothing against diamonds that are but those totally very small diamonds, or you do the illusion setting and you make a diamond look big. All that is great. All that is fine. I mean, that's also a design trend. But I personally like using fancy shapes in AS Motiwala in our store. We experiment with a lot of shapes of diamonds that other jewelers stay away from. So we do radiant cuts, we do ovals, we do marquees, we do pan, we do ashes. So it's fun working with different shapes because that kind of doesn't restrict you in your design. You can just go wild and hopefully get a customer to buy it.
Absolutely. And there was one of this campaign which you did called Faith,
Yeah.
which became really popular. So
Yeah.
tell me a little about that. What was the collection and how did the name Faith come about?
So faith is something that I personally think was a long time coming. So I'll just give you a brief history. People used to see A.S. Motiwala as a very serious wedding jeweler. People would see us as a jeweler you walk into if you're getting married or there's some big occasion. We were not a casual place to, for a millennial girl to come on her own. We normally had the ladies coming with the men and so on and so forth. Uh, that's an image that was kind of bothering me, and I wanted to change that. So we launched this collection, a whole new brand called Faith. Faith is nothing but everyday wear jewelry. It's 9 to 5. It's engineered the same way a A.S. Motiwala piece is engineered. So there's no compromise on the finish, on the quality. In fact, to manufacture Faith pieces actually cost me a little more than the A.S. because A.S. is a larger value. Faith is a smaller value. But I made sure that the finish has to be perfect and the design philosophy. So again, Faith has fancy shapes. We use all stones larger than 10 pointers and 15 pointers and so on and so forth. And we mix shapes. So so we'll never restrict ourselves to one or two shapes in one design. We will mix 4 or 5 shapes and create a design and still make it very affordable, but without a compromise on quality because we believe faith should also live on.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's true. But tell me, Ashraf, having said that, there are so many designers who have come up now, and everyone calls themselves as a designer that, hey, I'm a jewelry designer.
Sure.
But what do you think should be a benchmark for a true innovative designer?
Well, I think just as you said, be innovative. Just think out of the box. Don't be afraid to fail. Trust me, I've failed a lot. I've failed a lot. But don't be afraid. I mean, just go ahead. Something will click. And once it clicks, the beauty of design is the more you experience. And I'm lucky, so I have a store. So if a new piece comes, I can showcase it to my customers and get feedback. Yeah. And you just have to take, if there's some criticism, you just take it constructively and make it more to your consumer requirement. And once you get that Prernaa, once you understand what the consumer wants, then there's no stopping you. So there is a learning curve that comes with every collection of us. I could easily say that not every collection has been a hit. There's some that we have gone back to the drawing board. But with every collection, we learn so much more. And now we are in a safe place to say that, okay, 9 on 10, this collection will work well in form of price, in form of look, in form of appeal. And newness. Basically, just it has to be something new. We at AS like to push the envelope on creativity, on making something new. And by God's grace, there are consumers for it. People love the way we design. People call us a breath of fresh air in the jewelry market, and that's something you would like to hear.
Yeah, I in fact saw your Instagram with a lot of colorful diamonds now being on it. Tell me a little more about that.
So, we right now we are experimenting. We are doing a whole collection with yellow diamonds. We managed to source out and align ourselves with some good yellow diamond manufacturers. So right now we are working on a yellow diamond collection. I could probably take you through the store and show you a few pieces.
That would be great.
Yeah. So I think I have one here. If you don't mind, I'll just get up and get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is just one part of an elaborate set which is outside. If you can see this is a yellow diamond cuff.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So these are all over 30 pointers. They are all fancy yellows, and it goes all the way. And we have a matching necklace and earring as well. So it's a whole ensemble that happens. And these are one of the first few pieces. Because of COVID, of course, our factory was shut for a bit. So now we have got back into production, and this line should roll out, I think, in the next 10 days.
But tell me, how ready is India for jewelry with different colors of diamonds? Yellow, I know, is still far more, acceptable by people. But do you think other colors play in India well with designs?
So it's all on your target audience, and it's also how you design the piece. White diamonds, of course, are mastered by many. Fancy color is something that is not it doesn't. I mean, it's not so big in India, so people have not concentrated on it. But Indians are well traveled, so
Yeah.
I honestly a yellow diamond piece sells faster than a white diamond piece at AS Motiwala because there's so few of them,
Wow.
right? So when I talk about a yellow diamond collection, I'll probably have 30 pieces, whereas in white diamonds I have quite a few.
A few more, yeah. So, but is your customer so evolved in India that they would opt to
Oh
buy
yes,
now
oh
yellow
yes,
diamond?
yes. So luckily for us, our customers are they are very well traveled people. They're people who like luxury and like the finish of a product is very important. Which we believe. Now, in India, there are very few jewelers who actually concentrate on finishing a product very high. Of course, there's a cost involved to it, and there are machineries that have to be bought, and I totally understand that. But our philosophy was we have to make jewelry like how we see when we travel international, like how we see when, if I go on a holiday to Italy, the way the Italians are so passionate about making jewelry.
Yeah.
That same, and the machinery is the same. We Indians have so many generations of jewelry making, so it's just a little tweaking here and there, and we managed to make a fantastic product. So yeah, we have customers who come to us more for our finish and our designs than even say the quality of diamonds. Though we use the topmost, but these two are also deciding factors for consumers of AS Motiwala.
And would you say that your social media campaigns are also based around the kind of customers that you have? Like, what's the thought process behind that?
Yeah. So what we're trying to do and what we're trying to establish is that fine jewelry or jewelry that's finished fantastically will not cost you more than the other jeweler who's not finishing it better. So this is more of a service. This is more of a, if I may, it's more of a movement that get your jewelry better finished, get your jewelry more international. Uh, People are and people honestly, especially the millennials, are very tired of the typical Indian form of designs. They want something fresh. Though of course that is classic. We have the whole bouquet, but we see consumers diverting more towards a higher finished product.
Okay. And so, having said that, you've been doing a lot of social media and marketing campaigns.
Sure.
What would your tips be for upcoming brands or designers? What would you recommend them to take care of when they have to plan their social media?
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of new to social media. COVID kind of accelerated the whole move into concentrating more there. We are still a very brick and mortar kind of a store. We love, and at times right now we miss meeting some of our customers, who fly in from overseas. We have royal families from various countries, from Qatar, from Saudi Arabia, who used to come and shop with us, and the whole experience of shopping at the store. So I kind of miss that. So, but having said that, yeah, social media is now the need of the hour. So we're kind of showing, we're trying to show what it is to own a AS Motiwala piece, or the lifestyle that comes along with it. Uh, on social media, I'm not sure if we are converting that well, but slowly and steadily we are trying to grow.
You're getting there. So during the pandemic, was there any sort of activities you conducted where you were reaching out to your customers or you were in touch with them?
Well, that's exactly what I said. So we have never met our customers virtually. We have always got a call. We've always got a message that I'm landing at this time. Could you send me a car to pick me up, or whatever the requirements are. We started getting on Zoom with customers, and honestly, I was kind of apprehensive. I was not sure if the experience of selling jewelry is going to be the same on virtually. But I'm happy to say it's the moment you connect with, like how I'm talking with you, it kind of just gets the connection back, and seeing your customer and talking to the person is about the same. So yeah, so we've been quite successful in Zoom. We've been doing it in our own fashion, of course. Yes, Motiwala is like a by appointment only store. So we've been kind of maintaining that. We've been keeping appointments. We've been showcasing our latest collection, and we've been quite successful in reaching out and closing sales.
And now I would love to take a virtual tour of your store. I mean, personally, I've been there, but I would love to show the audience what the store looks like and
Sure.
see all your collections there.
Of course. So I'm just going to get you off this and. Okay, so this is. Sorry, I'm just going to.
You'll have to turn the camera around.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is the private lounge of AS Motiwala. This is where we sit and we discuss maybe larger pieces. This is more of a bridal lounge. These are some of the pieces that we have done
Lovely.
now. This is a
Oh,
very
I remember those earrings from, I think, your red carpet collection, is it?
Yeah, so the carpet collection fortunately are sold. This is the one that won the best earring, in India in 2018. So we make only, we make, and so the thing about this earring, Prernaa, and since you're a jewelry enthusiast, this has over 65 carats of diamonds on it.
Oh my God, they look like real from the
yes, they're briolites, and they have 65 carats of diamond. I mean,
wow,
that's quite a large earring.
That's truly why it's called a chandelier, because it's looking exactly like one.
Yeah, and the workmanship is such that if you see this, okay, they just fold.
Oh my God!
They go back, and they go
that
back
into
place. So you keep doing it. Don't worry, none of your diamonds will shift. They'll all be in space.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So this took us like 12 attempts to perfect. We failed 11 times, and we got it right on the 12th time.
Oh, but it's phenomenal. I really love the way it's crafted. It's stunning.
Thank you. And now I'll just take you through part of the store. So this is basically the main foyer. This is luckily some of the awards we have won for the store, for the jewelry design, for the quality. This is an award wall.
Lovely.
This is the collection I was talking to you about that we are still making now. You see, these are all yellows.
Yeah, and they're sparkling and how.
Yeah, so we have, and of course we use only the top quality of diamonds. All our whites are VVS, and we use FG colors, and so on and so forth. This is
lovely.
This is the rest of the store. We have some ribbons down here because we are distancing ourselves and the staff.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So this is basically mostly the AS Motiwala layout, where we have larger pieces. We have, emeralds
and I like the way they're spaced out, because each piece is looking so distinct in its own way.
Yes, something we've done with
them. It's very well displayed.
And then that's that. And then we go up if you want to see Faith. Faith is
oh yes, absolutely.
This is just a display we keep down, just for customers who visit the store to know that we have another collection that's on top.
That's beautiful.
And we just quickly go on top. Sorry, it's a walk.
No, it's absolutely fine. It actually feels like I'm walking with you in the store and I'm not at home.
That's great. Since you're in Bombay, we would love to have you over.
Absolutely. I'm going to come for coffee sometime soon.
Welcome. So this is Faith. Lovely. This is all the different collections. As I was saying, we do some stuff with enamel and diamonds. We have rose cuts.
Just like the one I'm wearing.
Yeah. Beautiful. Now this is a gifting line of ours that we call Tiny Treasures.
Okay. Oh, lovely. I think, Ashraf, now your network is breaking.
I got you back. Yeah. So this is our charm bracelet collection. It's called Tiny Treasures. It's for gifting. So that does well.
Lovely. That looks great.
This is again Faith. These are all our Diwali decorations
Yeah.
as a VM. And
It looks lovely.
this is the rest of it. We have different collections. They're all the collections are named. There's a purpose to it, why we have done it. These are the larger earrings of faith.
Beautiful.
And
So tell me, what is the thought process behind the entire ambience of the store and the way you've displayed the jewelry? I'm sure there would have been some thought process behind putting this together the way it is.
So, honestly, Prernaa, what we saw was, again, missing in the jewelry industry was the experience of a store itself. We wanted an opulent store. We wanted someone to feel that they're buying luxury, right? They're buying something that's precious. So that's the reason we kind of redid everything. We moved from our old location. And sorry, I'm just going to get you back on.
No problem.
Yes.
Yeah. That was actually a fantastic virtual tour because I felt I'm walking with you up the stairs and coming down the stairs.
Thank you. Yeah. So as I was saying, this is something that we wanted to give our customers a great experience of jewelry shopping. We wanted it to be opulent. We wanted them to have privacy while shopping, have their space in the store, not just be cramped up. Or in typical jewelry stores, you would see a customer and a customer and a customer and a customer. We tried our best to change that. So there are actually two. I'm sorry, I've actually forgotten to take you. There are two more private rooms, like the one I'm sitting in. So we space them out. We have some celebrities from Bombay who would not like to be seen. We respect that. We as a jewelry brand don't like to kind of give out names, and we respect the whole privacy factor, and that kind of works for us as well.
I think there would be industrial families also, a lot of them that prefer having their names not being said. Yeah.
Exactly. So we offer our customer that. We offer our consumer that. There are times when we've had certain royal family people, we've shut the store for them. So we fix a time and we make sure once they're in, the store is shut, and so they're free to browse around the store. They don't have to sit in a room. They can just go around the store and feel, that it's private. It's like breakfast at Tiffany's, if you may. So we try to offer some amount of privacy and opulence for that.
So speaking of the royal family, I remember you mentioned that there was a piece crafted even by your family for one of the royal families, which was a walking stick.
Walking stick.
Yeah.
So that was actually for King Abdullah. I shared the photograph with you of him holding the stick. I'll try to get that year if you want. So since
that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll just get that. So it was commissioned by Muslims have the holy Mecca, right? So the key of the holy site lies with one man, and it's been passed since, I believe, 18 generations. Sorry. So sorry, I'm just going to turn the camera here.
Yeah.
And here you can see that is King Abdullah with a walking stick. Now, if you see closely, we had Burmese rubies, and we have VVS diamond certified by IGI set in it. We had over 800 carats of diamonds put on it.
Oh my God!
And this is
how long did it take to make this?
Oh, it took about 3 months, and this is if you see the stick, it's one piece. It's a one-piece lapis stick. Goes all the way, and here you see the king holding it. And this is a letter of appreciation that came from the person who commissioned the piece to my father, saying that the king has accepted this.
Yeah,
you can read that way, and that's his seal.
That is so amazing.
And he is, if you read, he is the keeper of the holy keys of the holy Kaaba. So it was something prestigious for us, we being Muslims, to cater to something like this.
No, and it's such an honor to craft something like this. I mean, it's truly phenomenal.
Thank you. Yeah. It was, in fact, the story of exporting it was beautiful because I was part of the. I was just a kid. I was, I think, 23 or 24 when this happened, And I went to the export house because my father's like, make sure it gets exported because he has to gift it. And
Yeah.
the commissioner in charge of assessing that stick told me that you'll have to wait for some time. So I was expecting some kind of problem. So I said, I'm sorry, can this be exported? He's saying, yeah, don't worry, I'll export it for you. I'm just
Yeah.
calling my boss to see what is made, because this is made in
Oh,
India.
wow.
It's something to be proud of. So he's saying, so I'm just calling the chief commissioner, and he's out for lunch. So let him see what India exports. So that was such a proud
Oh
moment
my
for me.
God.
That was such a proud
Absolutely.
moment.
And I'm sure before he told you that, you must be in anxiety what is
I
going on.
was because I had got strict instruction from my father: don't come home if you don't export it. So, but luckily it worked out well, and we managed to send it out, and it was well received.
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, I would have loved to see something like this, but maybe sometime if I'm lucky enough to see it.
I never say never. Never say never.
I know.
That's true.
That is true. Fingers crossed.
Yes, that is true.
Okay, so coming back to online jewelry, since we're talking about that, you being a retailer, since GJS has launched this platform called GJS Virtual, which is a 365-day B2B trading platform, how
Sure.
would something like this help you? And as a retailer, how would it benefit you?
Well, it's interesting because as we are discussing at the start of this conversation, is everything's moving digital, and right now people are kind of even even travel is very restricted now. Even within India, there's still a fear of this and that. So I think this is the perfect timing to have something done like this of this standard. It makes it easier for us. It makes it easier for even our teams, for our merchandising teams to look at things, to discuss new innovations and new techniques. So I'm sure it's going to be very well received. I'm sure many people are going to get on it, and it's perfect timing. It's perfect timing. It's well done.
And
It's actually happened so fast, which is
yeah.
fantastic, because hats off. These things take time. Even I'm getting used to the whole transition into the virtual world. But so hats off that this is up and running.
Yeah, it's commendable to have that transformation and for the industry to actually even adapt to this whole scenario within a couple of months.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
So tell me, what is your take on Humari Riyasat, the series that we've just started and this initiative we are taking?
Well, Prernaa, I've always told you this in person. You're one of the advocates to jewelers like us. You've been quite an influencer. You have made people aware of jewelry and the all the nuisances that go into manufacturing a piece. So this is one more thing that a pat on your back. It's
Thank
it's
you.
it's it's well done. I think thank you for going all over India and getting people to talk about different topics and different interests, and basically the beauty and the art and the love for making jewelry. So thank you for this, and keep it up. I look forward to seeing much more of this.
Thank you so much, Ashraf. Thank you for all your kind words. And any last message you would like to share with the budding designers and the industry?
Well, for the designers, just think out of the box. Just be patient. Be patient. I think patience is something I've learned over the years. And for the industry, just hold on. We are going to bounce back. We are lucky to be dealing in a commodity that is not perishable, that holds value, and that holds a sentimental attachment to it. So it's okay. I mean, once people start traveling and once people start coming out, I believe the first thing that we're going to do is go into a jewelry store and buy something.
Perfect. So I have a question here from someone. What are the
Sure.
bridal jewelry preferences that people are looking for now? Having said that Diwali and the bridal season is around the corner.
So it's quite interesting. 2020 has shown us a different side. So since weddings are smaller, we are seeing some brides opting for smaller pieces, since there are only about 20, 25, 50 people in their reception. This is one aspect. This is one kind of bride, and then we have other brides who are buying maybe twice or thrice what they would normally buy, is because they are saving their money on the catering, and they're saving their money on the the deco and the wedding halls, or whatever it is. we are seeing a variety of brides coming in. Some buying smaller, some buying much larger. And it's like, and I've kind of, my advice to brides is always get something that is not locker jewelry. Enjoy your jewelry, wear it, get opulent, nice pieces, but get pieces that you can wear it more often. And that's the design philosophy at AS Motiwala, that don't put many small stones and make a 100-carat set. You make a 30-carat set with a good 10 pointers, 15 pointers, and that's more wearable.
That I completely agree with that. But there's another question from Pooja here. She's asking, where can we buy faith pieces in India?
So Faith, of course, at the flagship store, that's where you see most of the collection. But besides that, we have about 10 centers. So we are working with the Taj group of hotels. So Faith is available in Taj Khazana, which is a brand of the Tatas in the Taj hotels. So we are in Bangalore, in Bombay, in Goa, in Chennai, in Hyderabad. I think I covered most of them. Yeah. And Delhi, sorry, and Delhi. So you could just call us up, or you could just just WhatsApp, or just write to us, and we are happy to guide you to which Taj hotel in your city that we are retailing Faith.
Pooja, I hope you got your answer, and else you can always connect with Ashraf or AS Motiwala on the Instagram. Arpita is asking, is it good to buy gold or diamonds in pandemic, or invest into it?
So my personal opinion, yes. Being in the pandemic, we have seen that gold has risen close to about 28 to 30% during the lockdown. Also diamonds as well. Diamonds, of course, because the mines are shut, the demand is building on and the supply is getting tougher and tougher. We have not seen any of these go down. So I would say yes, because I personally feel money gets devalued, currency gets devalued, but gold and diamonds, I mean, they hold their own value. So surely you should buy, surely you should put some money. And I'm not saying it because I'm a jeweler. I'm also saying it because I'm a 4th generation jeweler. So we have seen how investing in gold and diamonds in the long run works for you. Don't
and also can be passed on to generations, like we just said.
Exactly. So there's number one, there's an emotional connect. Don't see it as a trading thing. Don't think you buy it today and sell it tomorrow and you make some money on it. I mean, that's the wrong way of looking at it as an investment. Please buy it with an emotion attached. And God forbid, if you ever have to do it, trust me, you won't lose. You won't lose.
That's true. That's a very important point you made, Ashraf. So thank you so much for all your time, and thankfully the connection has stayed.
Yeah. Sorry, we got off to a rough start, but I'm happy it's ending on a good note. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prernaa. Right. Thank you for having me.
Thanks. Pleasure's all ours. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. See you. Stay safe.
You too.